Hello and welcome to the Real Estate Podcast. This is Marriage Mondays, February the 17th, 2020. Today we're going to talk about working together in marriage. Stay tuned. One of the great things about helping couples who are in pre-marriage counseling or couples who have been married for a little while is seeing some of the issues that they have easily solved by communicating and working together. The hard part about it is when you see why they're not working together. What is the holdup or the stumbling block that's in their way? And those things really baffle us because they don't seem to be big issues. They're always multiples of small issues, and they add up to something big. In Ephesians 4:9, it says, "Two are better than one, because they have a good reward for their toil. For if they fall, one will lift his fellow. But woe to him or who is alone when he falls and has not another to lift him up. Again, if two lie together and keep warm, but how can one keep warm alone? And though a man might prevail against one who is alone, two will withstand him. A threefold cord is not quickly broken." A lot of issues that we hear about today, whether it be in marriage counseling or just relationships in general, usually have something to do with people not being willing to work together, whether it's due to unforgiveness for a fault or issue, valid or not, whether it's due to someone's feelings about certain circumstances and not wanting to be vulnerable. In any friendship, you're going to have to be vulnerable for it to become a good friendship. And trust has to be built so that that vulnerability is not hampered. A person needs to feel comfortable when they talk to you. They need to feel comfortable relaying not only their feelings, but even their hurts and their pains, their past, things that have happened to them. And a lot of times in marriage, people don't always know the whole story. They just wonder, and they try to live out regardless of knowing those issues. And when that happens and a circumstance comes up, they really don't know how to deal with it. So they take out their frustrations on the other person, not knowing that when they work together, when they learn how to resolve these issues by allowing someone to be vulnerable and not hurting them while they're vulnerable, being able to work together towards solutions to fix those issues. For instance, we have many projects that we have to get completed around our house, and it seems like we always run out of time trying to do them, or the expense is so high that we have to work a little harder to save up the money because we don't want a loan for anything. So for us, it's a little more difficult when things drag along at a pace that we're not comfortable with, but yet we are accomplishing something because we're working together and we're trying our best to see through each project, each situation. The only problem is other things happen in life. We all get sick at some point in life. We all have different things that occur that become more of a priority. There's certain things that happen with our children that put other things on the back burner. And this is just the way life is, and you have to be able to manage all of that. But there's the great thing about it, there are times of reprieve or times of rest, and where you can actually sit down, look at your plan that you've made, and see if it's going to work together. And I can't harbor feelings from how we did something before, whether it did or did not work. I can't harbor frustrations from the past and carrying them into my present or future, thinking that they're going to benefit me. I have to go clean slate and just move on. Vice versa. My wife has to do the same thing with me. She has to allow things to pass and move forward with a clean slate, not expecting us to revisit every drama issue or every situation that occurred prior, because that's not how we move forward. That's not how we need to work together. So in marriage, whatever the cause or circumstance is, you have to look at what's more important, what's the priority, and how do we continue to work together. When the Bible says two are better than one, it's saying you're going to get more accomplished faster and easier working together. It says you have a good reward for your toil. In other words, you won't be as stressed out when you finish a project because you had someone working by your side diligently to solve or finish that project. And when you do finish, you both are a little less wore out and stressed out because you've worked together. If one falls, if one's hurt, the Bible says you can lift your fellow up, but woe to the one that doesn't have any help. A lot of marriages are not working together, and in essence, they're not having the help or support that they need. And that's why some marriages really fall quickly. They do not keep each other warm. They do not keep each other close. They do not work together to accomplish those goals that they have set. And they allow issues and stumbling blocks to be the reasons for that. Get the stumbling blocks out of the way. Move forward and allow God to help you understand through Ecclesiastes 4:9 through 12 that you can have what you need and you can accomplish the projects you have by working together. I hope you got something out of this today. Be blessed, grace, and peace.